From the last 60 years, Spurs has not won even a single trophy till now. But don't worry, I am there for their rescue. I will be taking over Spurs for the next 10 seasons in order to make them one of the world's best clubs. We also have to complete some objectives given by the club, like winning 3 Champions League, a treble, 4 Premier League titles, signing 2 youth players for the team, winning 15 trophies with Spurs. I know this takeover will be really hard for me because the last trophy won by Spurs was in 1961. I have been appointed as the new manager of Spurs. I have already got 5k likes on this post. I don't get it in real life also. But according to me, this social media feature is really good in FC25. And the no sacking feature initiated in FC25 is just amazing. Spurs' new team is really amazing right now. But I don't know why they are still 8th in the Premier League right now. And also came 5th in the Premier League previous season. We have players like Son, Madison, Kulusevski. We also have Christian Romero. We have Vicario at the goalkeeping position. Bentancur is also really amazing player. We also have Timo Werner at the left mid position. The team don't even need any changes right now. But Son is 31 years old, so he will have to leave after 2 or 3 seasons. The formation also looks really good to me. I just want to check how these players fit into the formation and play throughout the season. For some changes, I will put Timo Werner in the starting 11 against Richarlison. If in future we will make any signings, I will definitely change the CDF. I am also playing Bentancur in the starting 11 against Sar. The depth in the squad is also really amazing. We have a lot of players. Our transfer budget for this season is 137 million. That is a really good amount to start with. One of our challenges states that we have to promote 2 youth players in our starting 11. So I am sending a scout to Brazil for 6 months. And now in FC25 we can also select the position that we want to scout. So I am scouting for the left wing position. This time we have a lot of countries to scout from. I am sending the second scout to Argentina for 6 months. We will try to find a center midfielder from there. The tactical part also in FC25 has changed a lot. Now we can make our own tactic also with our team. I just now checked that Timo Werner is only on loan here and I am trying to renew all the players' contract right now. Son is just left with 11 months of contract. So we will try to negotiate with him and give him a crucial role. But no, he is asking for 1 year extension only, but I will try for 2 years also. He has agreed to it. That's really good. Adapting to this new menus will be really hard for me. So if I make any mistakes, do let me know in the comments. For the first season, the tactical preset will be gegenpressing definitely. For this season, we will be there in the Europa League and it will be really hard for me to understand the new format of Europa League. Champions League format has also changed a lot right now. Let's see how to figure it out. Let's make our way through the first season. The season has come to an end and I don't know why Son is dropping in his overall rating. There was not much growth in the team overall, but definitely Son is the top scorer of the club with 29 goals and 17 assists. In the Premier League, we have come 4th just below Liverpool and Manchester City has topped the league. In the Carabao Cup also we were knocked out in the semi-finals, also knocked out in the FA Cup round 3. And no, in the Europa League round 16 also we were knocked out against Rangers. This season was also trophyless for Spurs as it is in real life, but players like Richarlison, Werner and Madison are there in the team of the week. But now I have figured out the problems in the team. Let's see what changes we can make in the next season. For the second season, Son is injured for 2 weeks for neck injury. This season, we will make some huge tactical changes in the team. I have made a tactical slot named Y2A1 for the team. I am going with the 4-2-4 formation, that is 2 strikers at the top. We will definitely keep the tactical preset to pressing. Build-up style will be counter and defensive approach will be high. These new changes in FC25 are really good. For this season, I am definitely making some changes in the team because Timo Werner has left the club this season. But definitely I will be playing Son at the left wing position and I will sign 2 strikers for the team. Before that, let's have a look at the youth team. This guy named Welsh is just 60 rated but he has 84 pace, so definitely I am putting him in the starting squad. But his potential is just 65, so I cannot put him in the starting squad. We are again sending some scouts to Argentina. 1 scout definitely to France. 1 scout will go to Germany. Definitely money is not an issue for us. This signing can be a little controversial for us. I am signing Harry Kane back to Spurs. He is valued at 109 million and we are offering 120 million at the start. Let's see if the deal goes through or not. Harry Kane is now a part of the Spurs project. We will also try our best to sign Alejandro Bastoni. And yeah, that is the Inter Milan logo right now. Oh my god, our current budget is only 53 million and Alejandro Bastoni is valued at 102 million, so we can not sign him at all. So yeah, we have been kicked out of the deal right now. Madison is playing out of position right now, so I have put a development plan of center midfield on him. I am definitely playing Harry Kane as an advanced forward because he is really good in that. Richarlison is playing as a false 9, but I will play him as an advanced forward also. Kulusevski will play as a wide playmaker. Son will play as an inside forward. Madison will play as a playmaker. I have also made some changes in the training plan of the players. Let's see if we can win any trophies this season or not. The team's growth after this season looks really good. Players like Son, Harry Kane are dropping in their overall rating because of their age, and Richarlison is not giving a good performance right now. And no, in the Premier League we have placed third, but we have improved from the previous season. In the round 4 of FA Cup also we were knocked out. Carabao Cup also we were knocked out by Liverpool. In the Champions League we have come third in the league table, knocking out Frankfurt in the round of 16, also knocking out Monaco in the quarterfinals, in the semi-finals knocking out FC Bayern, and no way, in our second season only we are in the Champions League final with Spurs. That's really insane. Our match talk is all over the news right now. The team is fully recovered and ready to rock. Let's see how Spurs' first ever Champions League final looks like. Manchester City has got their first set piece and it was Haaland. That is really scary for me. The game is going really neck to neck as it is 58 minutes and the score is 0-0 only. Okay, Son has broken through. He's making a run. He's making a really good run. He can pass to Harry Kane, but he's not. Why not? And he misses it. Son has broken through, and in the 83rd minute, he has scored the first goal. That's really insane. In the second season, only Spurs has won their first ever Champions League in their club's history, and Son and Harry Kane won their first ever trophy with Spurs. It feels really good to see Spurs celebrating with their Champions League trophy, and it also feels really amazing to see Harry Kane with the Champions League trophy. So I guess this tactic has worked really good this season, but we definitely need to make some changes in the next season. Our scouts are not finding really good youth players, but I guess this guy named Emil Thomas looks really good with 89 potential. So I am thinking to promote him to the senior team as we have to complete that challenge also. This time I am sending the scout to Croatia to find us the next Luka Modric. So Thomas now will be playing against Austin in the starting squad. After renewing most of the players' contract, we are still left with 216 million in the bank. I really feel that we have to replace Richarlison from the striker position. We will also have to replace Son in the next season. We also need good players in the centre midfield position. For the striker position, I am definitely signing Julian Alvarez. He's 87 rated. Julian Alvarez is now a part of the Spurs team. I also want to sign Pablo Gavi for our team, but we are only left with 52 million right now. So I am signing Carlos Alcaraz. He's just valued at 12 million, so he can fit into our budget. Carlos Alcaraz is now a part of Spurs. Julian Alvarez will definitely play against Richarlison in the starting 11. Alcaraz will play against Skip in the starting squad. And I am playing Julian Alvarez as false 9 as he plays really good at that. Now the starting squad looks really perfect to me, and even the bench looks really good. Chelsea has recently signed Valverde, so Chelsea can be a threat for us. Let's make our way through the third season. And if you guys know when is the Ballon d'Or ceremony in FC25, please do let me know in the comments. A like and subscribe to the channel will also be really grateful. Our scout has brought some players for us, but none of these players are really good because they have a potential of only 60 right now. So I am again sending him to Argentina for 6 months, and we are definitely going with the centre midfield position. After this season, we really need to find a replacement for Son as he's 82 rated right now. But the overall team's growth looks really good to me. Pedro Porro has reached the rating of 90. He's our first player to reach that rating. And I don't know why Madison is still not converting to the centre midfield position. In the Premier League, we have placed 6 this time. I don't know what went wrong. In FA Cup also, we were knocked out in the round 3 only. Also in the Carabao Cup we were knocked out. But yes, that's the second trophy for Spurs. Count it 3 now. And no way, we are again in the Champions League final, but this time against Barcelona. We are literally losing the Premier League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup, but we are reaching the Champions League final. The team looks really good to me. Let's make Son's goodbye memorable. Of course, the player of the season is Erling Haaland this season. At the starting of the season only I said Chelsea will be really threatful for us. So here we go, Valverde standing with the Premier League. Let's simulate and see if we are winning the final or not. And no, just by 1 goal we lost to Barcelona, and Vitor Roque and Lamine Yamal scored the goal. We were this close of winning the second Champions League in just 3 seasons. Now I know the reason why we lost in the Champions League final, because Thomas was playing as a goalkeeper in the finals. Let's see what changes we can make in the next season. It will always depend upon our budget. As we won't be there in the Champions League this season, so we really have to be focused on the Premier League. Son has left the club and Solomon is playing against him. Kulusevski and Madison are playing out of position, so that is a point of worry for me. But the biggest worry for me is that my job is at risk in Spurs. So we really need to win the Premier League this season. For this season, I am changing the formation to 4-3-3 attack. The build-up style will be counter only. Defensive approach will be high. Even I have changed the formation, but Kulusevski is not able to play at that position even if he is a right winger. Our budget for this season is 179 million. Our scout has found out a really good player named Alex Franco from Argentina. So we have developed a youth player named Leo Alexander. We are not able to find much better player than this. So I am promoting him to the senior team. Alexander will play in the starting squad against Royal. With that, we have completed the challenge of promoting 2 youth players in the starting squad. For the center midfield, I am definitely signing Pablo Gavi. Gavi is welcome to Spurs. We are now left with only 15 million in the bank. I really want to sign Bradley Barcola for the team. He would really sort out our team. But he is valued at 91 million. That would be really expensive for us. So I am thinking to play Alvarez as a striker against Kane. And on the left wing, we can play Solomon. For the center midfield, it will definitely be Pablo Gavi. I have benched Harry Kane because of stamina issues. Otherwise, the starting 11 looks really insane to me. We really want to make more signing, but we are broke right now. Let's make our way through the 4th season. This season, Gakpo has been announced as the Premier League Player of the Season. It's really good it's not Haaland. In the Premier League, we are again back at the 3rd spot, but we were really far away from Liverpool in points. In the FA Cup, we were again knocked out. Also knocked out in the Carabao Cup. We were not there in the Champions League this season. In the Europa League, we have knocked out Sparta in the round of 16, also knocking out West Ham in the quarterfinals, and also knocking out AS Monaco in the semi-finals. Let's see if we are winning the finals or not. And yes, we have won the first Europa League final for Spurs in this takeover. Players' growth was also really good this season, but I guess we need to replace Solomon against some good player. We also need some depth in the centre-back position. So let's see what we can figure out in the next season. This season I really need a replacement for Solomon and we have 192 million in the bank. So I am definitely signing Cody Gakpo. He was the player of the season in the previous season. Cody Gakpo has been transferred to Spurs. And I have got a B grade for this negotiation. We are still left with 84 million in the bank and I will try my best to sign Bastoni as I wanted to sign him in the 2nd season also. He is valued at 93 million and we just have 85 million in the bank. The deal has not gone through for Alejandro Bastoni. So I guess we are not left with any options, so I will sign Lisandro Martinez. He will be really good fit for it. Lisandro Martinez is welcome to Spurs. So I will be playing Cody Gakpo in the starting 11 against Solomon and Lisandro Martinez will play against this guy in the starting squad. Now the starting 11 looks really insane to me and we also have a lot of depth in the team also. We are also there in the Champions Trophy. Let's make our way through the 5th season. The Ballon d'Or for the 5th season have been won by Kylian Mbappe. Madison have finally been converted to the center midfield position. I have a really great signing idea for the next season. Thomas from the Youth Academy has also reached the rating of 58 and Alexander has reached the rating of 55. Right now we are at the top in the Premier League just above Manchester City. We have a last match left against Liverpool. Manchester City is just down by 2 points. So if Spurs loses and Manchester City wins it, so we can be dethroned from the championship. Julian Alvarez has broken through. He has tried the shot and we have built a cushion against Liverpool. We are 2-0. With that, Spurs have won their first ever Premier League title after 1961. I really miss Son and Harry Kane. I would feel really good if they were holding that trophy. In the FA Cup, we were knocked out in the round 4 only. We have won the Carabao Cup for the first time. We have also won the Super Cup. That's the 7th trophy for Spurs. Let's see what happened in the Champions League. In the round of 16 only, we were knocked out against Borussia Dortmund. In order to win a treble for Spurs, we have to make some really insane signing next season, but the budget is the biggest issue for us. But I have a really great signing idea for the next season. So for this season, I have got a really good idea for the team. I am thinking to play Madison at the center midfield position. We will be signing a world-class cam for our team. But our transfer budget is a very big issue for us. We only have 175 million in the bank and we have to be very sensible with the signing. I definitely want to sign Arthur Güler for our team, but he is valued at 148 million and his release clause is 421 million. So I don't really know how we will be signing him. We have tried to offer 150 million. Let's see if the deal goes through, but they want 228 million, so the deal definitely won't go through. I also tried offering Harry Kane plus 190 million, but they are still not agreeing with it. We cannot even think to sign Jude Bellingham as he is valued at 213 million, and we cannot even sign Arthur Güler. But we can definitely sign Brahim. He plays at 3 position and he's only valued at 72 million, so we definitely can get him. Finally, Spurs have got their new camp. Now we are left with 64 million and we can think of signing a centre back for our team. We were not able to find any centre backs for our team, so we have signed this centre back from France. Now Spurs is really broke, left with 2 million only. Brahim will play in the starting 11 against Alcaraz. Lacroix will play in the starting 11 against Spence. Let's make our way through the 6th season. I have also been crowned as the manager of the month in the Premier League. That's a really good start to the season. At a very crucial time, Gavi has been injured with a dead leg and he's out for 8 weeks. It's just the month of January only. Even Madison has got a red card, so we are having a lot of issue here. But we only have 14 million in the bank, so we cannot think about signing also. After this season, Harry Kane is hanging up his boot at the age of 36. Even without Pedri, we have managed to win the Carabao Cup, even the FA Community Shield, and also the Premier League with a huge point gap this time. If we win the Champions League, it will be a treble for Spurs. That would be really insane. And no, in the round of 16 only they were knocked out against Sevilla. That's really sad. But Julian Alvarez has been announced as the player of the season in the Premier League. We can see Pedro Porro with the Premier League. Alvarez is even the top scorer of the Premier League with a huge difference. But players like Emil Thompson and Leo Alexander are not getting any game time because of their rating and as they are a youth player only. In this season, our goalkeeper has left the club and Austin is playing against him. And I guess Gakpo is not able to use his full potential at the left wing position. So I am changing the formation to 4-3-1-2 so that Julian Alvarez and Gakpo can play well together. I will definitely play Kulusevski at the cam position. At the centre midfield position, Sarr can definitely help us. But we will definitely need to sign a goalkeeper for us. Oh my god, this season we only have 94 million in the bank. It's even worse from the previous season. We will try our best to sign Lunin for our team. Lunin has been signed for Spurs. I really want to sign a centre midfield for our team, but we are only left with 41 million. I have tried to sign some free agent because of cash issue. I have also tried to make some tactical improvement in the team. The World Cup has been won by Italy. Let's try our best to win the treble this season. Again, one of our most important players have been injured. Van de Ven is out for 6 weeks with a hip injury. Because of that, right now we are 28 in the Champions League table, in the Premier League at the 6th position. We don't even have money to sign any player. The Ballon d'Or has finally been won by Julian Alvarez. Okay, in the middle of the season, we were at the 6th position in the Premier League. But fortunately, we have won the Premier League after the season ended. We lost the FA Community Shield. Also knocked out in the round 5 of FA Cup. And also knocked out in the Carabao Cup. In the Champions League also, it was really humiliating for Spurs. We didn't even get to play the Europa League. Till now, Spurs has collected 11 trophies, won 1 Champions League and also 3 Premier League titles. Till now, they haven't won any treble, so it will be really hard for us in 3 seasons. This season, we really need a replacement for Christian Romero as he's 33 years of age right now. Finally, the budget is not an issue for us. So I came across this guy named Vladko. He's just 22 years old and he can really help us. But Manchester City don't have any depth in their team. So we will definitely try to sign Ronald Araujo. He's valued at 83 million and I have offered 100 million. Ronald Araujo is welcome to England. I am thinking to sign Alex Scott for more depth in the team. Alex Scott has been signed for Spurs. The team now looks really perfect to me. Let's make our way through the 8th season. The team's growth looks really good after the season. Our youth player Thomas has reached the rating of 62. Alexander has also reached the rating of 57. And yes, Spurs has won their 4th Premier League title with a huge point gap this time. We also lost in the FA Cup semi-finals. And no, we lost in the Carabao Cup finals also against Arsenal. Let's see what happened in the Champions League. That's a really good start in the Champions League table, but we were knocked out in the round of 16 only against Barcelona. This season, Spurs only won the Premier League title with a huge point difference, but we are only running behind the treble or the Champions League. This season, we will try to work on our centre midfield as Gavi and Madison have left the club, and I am also thinking to replace Gakpo because he is not performing really well. By the way, budget is not an issue this season. For the centre midfield, I am signing João Neves. He's really good at that position. For the striker position, we can sign Rasmus Højlund. His stats also looks really good. The best part is that his contract is expiring, so we can get him for cheap. So finally, João Neves has been signed for Spurs. After signing João Neves for our team, we are only left with 43 million, so we can definitely not sign Rasmus Højlund for us. So I guess we have to work with this team only this season. The main goal this season is to win the Champions League. Let's make our way through the ninth season. The end of the season and we have bottled in the Premier League. We have won the FA Community Shield, that's the 13th trophy for Spurs. We have also won the FA Cup, that was a really close call against Brighton. But we lost in the Carabao Cup round 3. And no way we are in the Champions League final against Manchester United, our Premier League rivals. This season, Cody Gakpo was playing like a beast and he scored 38 goals and 23 assists. That's something on another level only. Let's see if Spurs can win their second Premier League title. It's the 90th minute and we have scored only one goal till now. That was a banger by Kulusevski. With that, Spurs have won their second Champions League title. We can see Spurs with the FA Cup and the Champions League in the streets of England. Cody Gakpo is really old right now. Team's depth is also not really good for now. If we really want to win the treble in the next season, we have to make some good signings. This season, Julian Alvarez has also left the club. In the 10th season, we are still in the news for the Champions League victory. Just look at the team now. It's an absolute stinker right now. We don't have Alvarez, Gakpo and Kulusevski this season. But our budget for this season is 250 million. This season, we will definitely need a striker. So we have signed Rasmus Højlund for that position. Also Joshua Zirkzee for that position. We can also sign Ruben Dias. He's 88 rated but at the age of 36, but he's valued at 17.5 million, so we can definitely sign him. The team for this season have been sorted. Ibrahim is out for 7 weeks because he's injured. Let's make our way through the last season. It's the end of the season and Spurs has come 5th in the Premier League. It was really expected because look at our defense right now. Ruben Dias is 37 years old right now. Ronald Araujo is 35 years old right now and he was also injured throughout the season. So I think the 5th position is also really good. I thought we will get relegated. We lost in the FA Community Shield final. I don't really know how we have won in the FA Cup against Manchester United. Joshua Zirkzee and Højlund played really well throughout the season, ultimately helping Spurs win the FA Cup. In the Champions League group stage, we have unexpectedly come second. Round of 16 knocking out Sevilla, also knocking out SL Benfica in the quarterfinals, and also knocking out Leverkusen in the semi-finals. No way, I cannot believe my eyes right now that
above all, we stop you from overacting.
We are again in the Champions League final against Valencia. This is our last chance to complete the Champions League challenge. Rasmus Højlund is on with the ball. He tries to shoot and he has scored the goal by a chip. Is Duarte running with the ball? He tries a shot but he misses it. Finally, Spurs has won their 3rd Champions League title and Rasmus Højlund is lifting the trophy. Seeing Spurs celebrate in the bus parade is a dream come true. Because of that, I am being praised by everyone right now. As you can see, Højlund and Zirkzee has scored so many goals this season. But with that, the takeover comes to an end. We have won 3 Champions League, completing that challenge. We only lost the challenge of winning a treble. We have won 17 trophies, completing that challenge. We also won 4 Premier League, completing that challenge also. And finally, we promoted 2 youth players in our squad. I have also taken over Manchester United and also played the career of Hendrik. You can watch it here.